yogis, my name is Natalie. Today I'm going to guide you through a really beginner-friendly yoga class. This is definitely suitable for all levels. All you're going to need is a yoga mat, and I will meet you there in a minute. We're going to start our practice in a seated position, so bring your legs out in front of you and make sure you're sitting up nice and tall, or as tall as is possible for you. You can flex your toes here. Inhale, we're going to bring the arms up to the sky, let them meet in prayer above your head, and exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, bring the arms up to the sky, and exhale, hands to heart center. From here, you're going to bring your right leg over to the left side, and you're going to raise your arms up to the sky one more time on the inhale. On the exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So your right fingertips are going to come out behind you, and your left arm is going to help you open up to the right side of the room. Try and sit up nice and tall here, and really use your core to twist. Making sure that your left leg is still engaged, so you're still flexing into that left foot. Your gaze can just be straight ahead, or you can look over your right shoulder if this is comfortable for you. You're going to stay here for a few breaths and try and keep awareness in the breath, so making sure that your inhales and exhales are nice and long. On the next exhale, release and come back to center, extending both legs out in front of you. Then we're going to bring the arms up one more time. Inhale, exhale, hands to your heart. Time to do the other side. So left leg comes over and on the outside of your right knee. We're going to inhale, bring the arms up to the sky, and exhale, twist. So again, your left fingertips out behind you. Your right arm is going to help twist open. And try and sit up nice and tall here. You can keep your gaze straight, or you can look over your left shoulder. On each inhale, make sure that you're sitting up nice and tall, and on each exhale, see if you can twist a little bit deeper. You're going to stay 2 more breaths. And on the next exhale, release, coming back to center. From here, you're going to cross your legs and roll over your knees so we can meet in a table position. So your hands are going to be underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Okay, from here, you're going to extend your right leg out in front of you, and you're just going to rock forwards and back just to give yourself a little stretch on your right hamstring. Okay, when you're ready, lift your right leg up. Try and keep the hips in line. Don't let the hip open out to the side, but we want to keep it square down to the mat. We're going to extend our left arm out in front of us as well. So use your core to balance here. Inhale, extend. On the exhale, we're going to bring the elbow to the knee. So inhale, exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. Extend one last time. And then bring your left palm back, your right knee back. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So this time, your left toes tuck under. We're going to give the left hamstring a little massage. So rock forwards and back. And then lift up your left leg. Remember to keep your hips square and extend your right arm out in front of you. Inhale here. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. 2 more. Inhale. exhale, crunch. Last one, inhale, exhale, crunch, extend, and then drop both your hand and your knee back down. From table, we're going to come into our first downward dog. So you're going to lift the knees up, push down with the hands, and extend the legs here. So you can always keep your legs bent, that's totally fine. So make sure that you're really pushing into your hands here. You're really trying to create as much length in the spine as you can. So really push in and relax your head down. You can gaze in between your toes here. You can always keep a slight bend in the knees and your heels don't have to reach down to the ground. So we're going to stay for a few breaths so that we can really work on those hamstrings and loosening those hamstrings up. And then we're going to walk the hands to the back. So we're going to meet in a forward fold at the back of our mat. Again, you can always keep a bend in your knees here if you need to. So we're just going to relax the head down, give it a shake side to side, making sure that you're nice and relaxed here. On the inhale, come onto the fingertips, create a long spine, look up, and exhale, fold back down. We'll do it one more time. Inhale, come to a flat back, look up, and exhale, fold back down. From here, you're going to place your right palm in the center, so slightly in front and in the center of your feet. And then you're going to bend into your right knee so that your left leg is straight or almost straight. We're going to inhale, bring the left arm up to the sky, so we're going to meet in a twist here. You can either stay here, or if you want a more intense opener, you can bring your left palm out behind you and grab a hold of your right thigh to really open up the shoulder here. And gaze to the side of the room. Last breath here. Then if you have the bind, extend your arm back out and exhale back down. We're going to be back in a forward fold, so either knees bent or knees straight. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold back down. One more time. Inhale to a flat back. And exhale, fold back down. We're going to do the same on the other side. So left palm in the center and slightly in front of your feet. You're going to bend into your left leg and then extend the right arm up to the sky. So you're in a twist here. So choose whichever variation you did on the other side. If you grabbed the thigh, then do this on this side as well. We're going to stay a couple of breaths here. Really feel that twist. Feel the shoulder opening up and all the length and space you're creating in the back of the legs and your hamstrings. If you have the bind, extend your arm back out and exhale, bring it down. From here, we're going to walk back into downward dog. Okay, so let's meet in our downward dog. On the next inhale, bring the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, let's step it in between our hands here. So we're going to want to come onto the fingertips. Let's set up our legs here. You're going to want your left foot to point to the corner of your mat, so at 45 degrees. Your hips are going to be square to the front. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up like so. So we're not opening out to the side here, we've got our hips square to the front. Inhale, bring the arms up and let's stay here for a couple of breaths in our warrior one. So really try and keep the right hip pulling back and the left hip forwards. So you really want to create your hips as square as possible. Make sure that your knee isn't traveling over the ankle here. From this position, you're going to bring your arms out in front of you. Your right arm is going to come over your left arm. You can hug in the elbows here, hug in the shoulders like this, or you can come into eagle arms, so you can bring the backs of the hands together and see if you can find the bind here for a better shoulder opener. So either is fine, you can stay here or you can do your eagle arms. We also want to lift here, so don't dump your weight into your hips, but really create some lift and some space from the core. Release your arms, inhale, sweep them up to the sky one last time. Now we're going to transfer our weight, so you're going to bring your body forwards, transfer more weight into the front foot, see if you can become light on the back toes, and see if you can lift up into a warrior 3. So your hips again are going to be square to the ground. You can either bring your hands to your heart center, this will make it easier for you to balance, or you can extend them out in front. And we're just going to hold it for one more breath. If you have your hands out in front, bring them to your heart, and let's meet in chair pose. So you're going to bring your big toes to meet, heels slightly apart, knees bent. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, let's stay here for a few breaths. So you really want to try and put lots of your weight into your heels, not so much in your toes. Your fingertips are kind of going to spiral in. And you don't want to arch your back here. So try and create a neutral spine here by tilting the tailbone under, tucking it under ever so slightly. Okay, then let's bring the arms down, back in a forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, and on the exhale we're going to either step or jump into plank. So bend your knees, step or hop into plank pose. From here, inhale, you can bring your knees down if you need to. Exhale, lower down with control. So we're all on our bellies here. We're going to just do a baby cobra because we haven't really done any back bends. So baby cobra, just lift your chest. Don't use your hands to lift up, so you can even lift your fingers off the mat. So a really, really gentle stretch here. And exhale, tuck your toes under. Come into your child's pose here for just a second, so you can rest your head down, relax for a minute. Your toes are tucked under, because we're going to start moving again in a second. So take a deep inhale here, and exhale, you can sigh it out through the mouth. Let's push into our hands, push into our feet. Let's meet back in downward dog. We're going to do the same on the other side. So inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step your left foot in between your hands here. Let's come onto the fingertips. We want to set up our body like we did on the other side. So again, we're into a warrior 1 stance. That means your back foot is at 45 degrees and your hips are square to the front. Once you've got your body set up, you can inhale and raise the arms up to the sky. So let's take a moment here to check in with our body to make sure that our hips are square to the front. So you can even use your hands to slightly guide your right hip forwards. It likes to come out, but we want to keep the hips square to the front in our warrior 1 pose. So if you need to adjust your stance slightly, make it shorter or longer, you can do this. Just make sure that your knee does not travel over your ankle. So we're here. From here again, eagle arms. So you can bring your arms out in front of you. You can either bring your right arm over and get the eagle arms, or you can just hug in your elbows here and your shoulders. So the choice is yours. And remember to create some lift here from the core. Really feel the length here. Don't dump into your hips and into your lower back, but really feel the engagement and feel yourself lifting up here. Last breath. When you're ready, we're going to sweep our arms back up and we're ready to transfer into warrior 3. So transfer your weight into your left foot, become light on your right foot, and see if you can lift off. Again, you're going to try and keep the hips square. Don't want them to open out to the side. We want to keep them square down to the mat. If it's easier for you, bring your hands to your heart center to balance, or you can bring them out in front. This makes it a lot more challenging. Like on the other side, we're not going to hold it for long, so one more breath. Embrace the wobble. And if your hands aren't at your heart center, bring them to your heart with control. Step your right foot down to meet the left. We're in our chair pose one more time. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And let's stay here for a few breaths. We're almost finished, yogis. Again, remember to keep a neutral spine. Try and keep more weight in the heels, less in the toes. Relax your shoulders, but bring a little bit of engagement by twisting the fingers in towards each other. Big inhale here, and exhale. Let's meet in a forward fold. Inhale, come to a flat back. Last time, hopping into plank. So bend your knees, hop or step into your plank. Again, you can lower down your knees if you need to. Coming onto your belly. Inhale, baby cobra, so lift your arms up. Gaze towards the ground. You don't want to look up. We don't want any strain on our neck. And then tuck the toes under. Sit back on your heels. And we're going to come into child's pose. So this is the last pose we're going to do. So you can untuck your toes here. Bring the big toes to touch. The knees out wider than your hips. And then just relax down. So arms out in front. Forehead meets the mat. In child's pose, let's take a few moments here to really check in with your body and allow your breath to return to normal. Give yourself this well-deserved rest. Just check in and make sure that you're not holding any unnecessary tension in any areas, that you're not holding any tension in your face or in your jaw. Just really release and relax into this pose. Bring your fingertips underneath your shoulders and use them to help you sit back up on your heels. So from here, you can either finish your practice here, or if you wish to go into Shavasana, your end relaxation, you can bring the feet out wide like this and then come and lie back on your back. Bring the palms facing up, out to the side, and you can close your eyes here and take as much time as you need in your end relaxation. I'm going to leave you here and allow you to take as much time as you need to finish your practice in whichever way serves you.